So I've traveled to a few different countries. I'll put the countries that I've traveled to down there, and throughout my travels I've learned a few different things, a few different tips and tricks on how to make traveling safer for me and just a better experience, a better overall experience, and I decided to share these with you. Tip number one, guys, I have a secret for you. I discovered this website. I don't think people are talking about this. It's a website. I honestly think I'm the only person that knows about it. You can type something in and it gives you anything you need to know. This website is called Google. No, in all seriousness, before planning a trip, just Google your country's destination, like places to visit in Italy, and honestly you'll come up with so many different search results, bloggers, vloggers that are all talking about things to do in that particular country that you're looking for. Tip number two. Am I the only one that still plays with fidget spinners? Tip number two has to do with packing. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a horrible packer. I will wait like 2 days or the day before to start packing. Don't do that, that's horrible. Definitely plan ahead. Give yourself some extra days to pack, so just in case if something slips your mind, you have those extra days to remember and pack it in. Also, don't pack the day before because you want to make sure you get a good night's rest before your sleep. No stress, and then as you're walking out the door, if you're like, oh, forgot one more thing, grab your toothbrush, put it in there, and then you can keep going there. Another cool thing about packing, and this is actually a tip that I've been told several times and I've been trying to practice this, is when it comes to all the stuff you put in there, this is a kind of a cool tip. So what you want to do is pack everything, then remove half of that, and then remove half of that. So you're only left with that chunk. And this is really good because you really don't need all that extra clothes and luggage. And also, like, when you go to that country, if you're anything like me, I buy tons of souvenirs. Like, I'll buy so many things, and like then my bag is overweight, and like, what do I need to move around, and like I gotta leave this behind. Have that extra room. You don't need all that stuff. You don't need all those clothes. Tip number three, get yourself an international SIM card. Now, my particular company does have an international data plan. I believe it is $20 per day, and each day I get 1 gig of data. That is not enough, especially if you're in a country where you don't speak the language you're really not familiar with. You're going to be on your phone all the time, on the internet, checking maps, using translators. Like, this data is going to go by fast, so get yourself a SIM card. 10 out of 10 times when you get into the airport of that country, you'll see a SIM card seller. Go there, you'll pay in their local currency, you'll get a SIM card, pop it in, and most of the time it's like unlimited data or something ridiculous where you'll never run out. Trust me, that is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of hassle. Tip number four. This tip has to do with your passport. Your passport's a very important document. You do not want to lose this. This tip, actually, my mom taught me the first time I traveled to South Korea by myself. And what this is to photocopy your passport. So you have multiple copies of your passport. So you'll have your real passport, keep with you at all times, keep it in your pocket. But then you'll have these scanned copies of your passport to put in the different pieces of your luggage. So worst case scenario, if you happen to lose your passport, you at least have a photocopy of it that you can take to the embassy just to make that process a little smoother. Also, we all have technology. We take a photo of it on your phone as well, just so you have that extra proof with you. There's people that do this, never do this. There's people that, because of how important their passport is, they will like put it in their like checked luggage. Don't do that. Keep your passport with you. Like, you could lose that checked luggage. Even when I have like my carry-on and you know you put it on the overhead, I still take my passport out and keep it in my pocket. A lot of the pockets I have like the zippers. I'll just zip that up so I know it's there. Just keep your passport on you. Tip 5. This has to do with, actually, give me 1 second. Let's open my box and grab some things here. This particular tip has to do with money. Hey. Actually, I need to pick that up. That's kind of a lot of money. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So this has to do with foreign currency. How should you handle your money there? Well, there's two things. First, I would definitely recommend having some cash with you. Don't keep it all at once. You know, put some in your luggage in the hotel room. Have some in your wallet. So again, worst case scenario, if you drop your wallet, you still have a backup there. At the hotel or in your suitcase. But also use your debit card. Most foreign countries, especially those who are huge tourist destinations, will take your credit cards, will take your debit cards. There's going to be a transition fee. There's going to be a transaction fee, but you know, at least you have that security of your credit card. Don't do anything stupid like what I did and just like wave your money out in the air. Just be smart with it, just like how you would do in your home country. You know, you don't go waving your money around, just the same as if you're overseas. Just don't go waving your money around. So how do you get your money? I think the most common way for people to get their foreign currency is, so I'm American, I'll have a bunch of American dollars. I get to the country, I find a currency exchange place and I give them the money, then they give it back to me. That's not a bad way, but you will lose a lot of money there. They always charge like the highest interest fee plus their own fee to their own operation fee. So what I do though is a little different. I get my money before I even touch foot in an airport. Does that make sense? So I go to my actual home bank here in America. Now, not all banks do this. This is really more designed for those larger international brand banks. So you want to reach out to your bank to see if they do this. But what I do is I'll go there and say, hey, I'm traveling to the UK, I need some money from there. And they're like, okay. And then they can take the money directly out of my account, or if I just have cash, I can give it to them and then they can exchange it. But I will say, they don't keep the international money on site. Like, they have to reach out to wherever to get that money. So it can take a few weeks. It normally takes about 2 to 3 weeks for them to actually send you the money. So that is something to consider. Like, you don't want to do this like the night of like, oh, I need money, you won't be able to get it there. Then that's when you have to go to the airport. But if you have time, if you have the means, if your bank does this, I definitely recommend going to your actual home bank to do this. It will save you a lot of money. I really hope you enjoyed my 5 travel tips. Did I forget any tips, or can you think of any other tips I should have added to this video? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Also, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Anyway, again, I really do hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.